This segment needs no introduction. They up 3-0. All I want to know is Paul George available before the trade deadline next year? Is Paul George available before the trade deadline next year? Can we get Andrew Wiggins back? By we, I mean Cleveland. This thing a wrap, baby. It's over with. I know they came back from 3-1, but this 3-0 feels different. It just feels a lot different. And that loss they took tonight, man, when you talk about sports, when you talk about putting a nail in a coffin, when you talk about a dagger, when you say things like stick a fork in them, they're done. Um, these are the type of games. These are the type of the games that we're talking about. I've never seen a series ended more thoroughly. I mean, this was just devastating. This was devastating. Um, and I kept telling the wise men, we were talking, and they'll be on tomorrow to give to give some feedback on the series. The series is a wrap, you know. Um, but I was talking with them, and I said, man, look, going as the third quarter was winding down, Cleveland was up, by a bucket or two, but it was tight. It was back and forth. And I said, man, look, this game is too close. It's entirely too damn close. And Golden State is capable of running off with these games. They can go on a 16-2 run in a matter of moments. You can blink and be down 8. And if they don't bust this thing wide open, they're going to mess around and lose one, and it's going to be a wrap. And look what happened. Look what happened. Do I even need to go over this box score right now? I feel like I don't even need to. Oh, my gosh. Kevin Love 1 for 9. He played 37 minutes. He was 1 for 9. To talk about a guy, that, max player, all star, uh, franchise player, 1 for 9. He shot 11% from field goal. His field goal percentage was 11.1. 1 for 7 from 3. At least he gave you something from the line. At least he went 6 for 7 from the line, and he gave you 13 boards. He also has 6 steals. That jumps off the page. But he had the worst plus minus on the team. He was negative 11 plus minus. And after a game like this, what can you say? It's garbage. I know he's not a garbage player. He's a great basketball player, but after this game, garbage. Hot garbage. Tristan Thompson, y'all already know how I feel about this, man. I mean, that's the type of guy diehard fans send hate mail to. That's the type of, after a performance like this, I wouldn't be surprised if they threw lettuce and old hot beer at Tristan Thompson as he was trying to get from the arena to his vehicle. Chloe probably going to dump him because that's the type chick she is. Uh, 0 points, 0 for 1, 3 rebounds, 2 assists and a turnover. I don't even remember. Like it was entire stretches of the game where he was on the court and my eyes wouldn't even register that he was there. It was like he was a chameleon. Like everywhere he stood, he just blended into the floor and just disappeared. You know, just bum. Dude's a bum. Can't stress that enough. J.R. Smith showed up. He showed up, gave you 16. 5 for 10. Every shot he took was a three. He went 50% from deep. -8 plus minus. Uh, he gave you 16 points in a free throw, but he didn't play that well. I didn't. I looked at this box score and I was surprised that he had 16 points. I literally saw him make 2 shots all night. I was thoroughly surprised. But Jr. gave you 16, and again, we needed Jr. We needed Jr. 16, and by we I'm talking about Cleveland's fans. Y'all needed Jr. to give y'all 16. At the same time, y'all needed Love to give y'all 27. I said that the other night. I said I'll take 27 from Love, but you got to have more from Tristan Thompson, and you got to have more from J.R. Smith. You didn't get a damn thing from Tristan Thompson. He's stealing money at this point. He is absolutely stealing money. But you got the game that you needed from J.R. Smith, and then Kevin Love didn't show up. Kyrie was Kyrie. Kyrie was Kyrie. He played good basketball. He's a score first guard. He's not gonna create a whole lot. He only had 3 assists. I'm not a big fan of shoot first point guards. But in this case, you needed offense. You needed offense desperately. He played 44 strong minutes. He played hard. He didn't hit a single three-pointer. He took 7 attempts from behind the line, didn't hit a single one. So, shot selection there just, was poor at times. Late in the game when Golden State went up 1 with the big 3 from Kevin Durant, Kyrie came back down the court, over-dribbled. He over-dribbled. He faded away from the hoop. He took the step back, took the contested 3, missed it bad. I felt like they were only down 1. Get a better shot there. Get a better shot. Man, but, in the heat of the moment, you never know how guys are going to respond to that pressure. Kyrie's a scorer. That's what he tried to do. He tried to get a bucket. I'll take it. They came up short. The only other guys that played was Corver, Jefferson, and Williams, and they didn't give you much of anything. Non-factors. Non-factors. Man, they down 3-0, and I expected Cleveland to win this game. They had the game. They had every opportunity to win it, and they couldn't get it done. And now, being down 3-0, I think the only 2 guys that are going to show up to play in Game 4 will be LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. And they'll lose, and LeBron will get slaughtered for it. LeBron's about to get hammered. And he's done nothing short of average a triple-double again in the finals. 39 points, 15 to 27. He's shooting 55%. He was 4 for 9 from downtown. 5 for 6 from the line, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 turnovers. When you're handling the ball at the rate that he is, you're going to expect some turnovers. He was the only starter with a positive plus-minus for the game. He was +7 when he was on the floor. When LeBron James was on the floor, he was +7. He gave you 45 minutes. And they lost that thing. And ultimately, they're going to lose this series. And ultimately, LeBron will get slaughtered by casual fans. And everybody who was waiting for him to fail will say, don't you ever compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan. LeBron James, he's lost in the finals so many times. How dare you compare him to MJ, to his airness, to the greatness that is Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan. Let me tell you like this. Bump Jordan, dog. Jordan never averaged a triple-double in the finals. He didn't play the caliber teams that LeBron has played in the finals. And LeBron is bigger, faster, and stronger, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Down 3-0, man. He losing another one. He's got 3 rings, but he's got a hell of a lot more losses. Um, the reaction is definitely going to be crazy. It doesn't really matter what he says at this point. He knows he's about to take a humongous L. You know, it's kind of like his hair situation. It doesn't matter what he does. Doesn't matter how he brushes it. It really doesn't matter. It's gone. It's over with. It's done. Might as well shave it off. You know. I mean, Golden State. Do we really even need to talk about Golden State? I mean, you know, you got 40 minutes from Kevin. You got 32 from Draymond. You got 40 from Clay. You got 39 from Steph. And they all did their thing. Draymond's not scoring a lot of points right now. He shot 3 for 9. But he's giving you the rebounds. He's giving you the assists. He's bringing the energy. He's bringing the emotion. But Clay, Steph, and Kevin were lights out. They all shot well. Steph, 42%. But he was 5 for 9 from deep. Didn't miss a free throw. Steph had 13 rebounds and 6 assists. He was plus 11, plus minus. You know, nothing really needs to be said. They outplayed Cleveland. They have a better team than Cleveland. Kevin Durant is the difference in this series. You know, he hit those big shots in those big moments. And that is what decided these games this year. And they didn't have that last year. And that's the reason why Cleveland was able to claw their way back the way they did from 3-1 and win that championship. This team, as it's currently assembled right now, and I'm talking about Golden State, they could win the next. They could win the next 2 finals. They could be the next team to three-peat. Now, once Klay Thompson's contract is up, he's probably gonna leave to go take over the helm of his own team. He's more than capable of being the number 1 option. Right now, he's the 3rd, sometimes 4th option on some nights, and I don't think he's happy with that. He's showing now in these finals just how valuable he is with 30-point performance. You know, he's guarding Kyrie for the majority of the game. He's still getting his offense. He's still contributing in terms of rebounds and tough defense and things like that. Yeah, he's definitely a number 1 option for another team. I don't think he'll stay in Golden State longer than he has to. But this team, as it's currently assembled, is probably the best team in the modern basketball era. And yeah, this thing's a wrap, man. This thing's a wrap. I'm about to call it a night. I said what I had to say. I don't feel any sympathy for LeBron. You know, when you're the best doing it, when you've been dominating the league for so long, you have to expect people to respond like this. You have to expect that teams are going to stack and try to come knock you off the throne. So absolutely, he's getting what he deserved. And we'll see how he responds next season. He's 32, be 33 next year. I don't think he's going to quit chasing titles. He's just that hungry. He showed that over the past decade. But Golden State will be hard to beat. You know, they have a legit big 4, and it's gonna take another big 4 to be assembled somewhere in the league for them to be able to make a competitive series out of this. You know, Cleveland, they got the best player in the world. They have all-stars on their squad. They're loaded, and they're about to get swept. So that tells you what you need to know right there. This is the Verbal Exchange. You know, I just wanted to speak on this while it was fresh in my mind. Cleveland took a tough loss tonight. Down 3-0, I don't think there's any chance that they'll come back, even though they have a game at home. You know, never say never and all that. I get it, but I think this thing is over with. We're going to have the Wise Men on tomorrow to get their thoughts. I know they're probably feeling the same way I'm feeling. Uh, Time to look forward to 2018. Lonzo Ball as a Laker. What are the Celtics gonna do? What are the Pacers gonna do? What are the Bulls gonna do? You know, um, but that's it. This was a wrap. It's over with. And Tristan Thompson, kill yourself because you're terrible. This is the Verbal Exchange signing off. Peace.